your connection in Southern Oregon and Northern California. This is News 10 at 5.
Good evening, I'm Rick Tillery. Thanks for joining us. Trish has the night off. With only 4 hours until a potential government shutdown, lawmakers in Washington have not come up with a compromise. The shutdown would be the first in nearly 2 decades. In tonight's top story at 5, News 10 national correspondent Danielle Nottingham has the latest arguments from Capitol Hill.
With a government shutdown just hours away, President Obama had a message for Republican lawmakers.
It does not have to happen. All of this is entirely preventable if the House chooses to do what the Senate has already done.
Monday afternoon, the Senate took language that would have weakened the president's health care law out of the funding bill and put the budget hot potato back in the hands of the House.
They try to send us something back, they're spinning their wheels. We are not going to change Obamacare.
But that is exactly what House Speaker John Boehner intends to do.
We're going to move here in the next several hours to take the Senate bill, add to it a 1-year delay of the individual mandate on the American people, and get rid of the exemption for members of Congress.
Some congressional staffers here on Capitol Hill have already received furlough notices saying if a deal isn't reached by midnight, they won't get paid. If there is a partial government shutdown, passports will be delayed, federally backed mortgages and gun permits won't be processed, and about 800,000 federal workers would be forced off the job without pay. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
This is not the only battle being waged in the halls of Congress. Lawmakers also have to vote on raising the nation's debt limit by mid-October, or the government will default on its loans. Here in Oregon, lawmakers are evaluating the impact a shutdown would have on this state. Oregon's Deputy Chief Financial Officer says we can endure a shutdown for about 30 days. It's still not clear how many of the 28,000 federal workers in Oregon would be affected. A shutdown would also affect national parks. Crater Lake National Park says they do have a plan in the case of a shutdown. All roads in the park would be closed except for Highway 62. Everyone staying in the park would have to leave within 48 hours. The park would then remain closed to everyone until further notice, and most workers will be furloughed except for a handful of rangers and maintenance workers to monitor the water on the lake. Applications for passports would also likely be put on hold if the government is shut down. The passport office at Medford's post office says that all operations will continue as normal until they receive a memo from the federal government.